Okay, so this is going to be a tutorial on how to do random loadouts with the ability to re-roll those loadouts. Clip on screen right now is showing basically how I did this. It's basically in my game called Greasy Zone Wars. You can check that out with the item code below. And I'm going to be showing you how to do that in this sort of video. So check out the little game that I made. You can do this in creative or UEFN. I'm going to be doing both, so let's get started. So, depending on how many item slots you want to re-roll, you need that many of a device called the item granter. So, say if you only want to use 2 weapon slots in your game, I'm going to pop down 2, duplicate, add another one there. So these are in Fortnite, as you can see here. Item granter 1, item granter 2, I can grab these. They are slightly in the ground, so I'll pop them up. So, these item granters are going to be what we'll be able to basically give our players. So, what you want to do is you want to set these up so they are enabled on game start. Receiving player is the triggering player. On grant action, you want to keep all. I'm actually going to get rid of this pretty quickly. Grant the current item, and you always want to do that. Grant on cycle, this is very important. You want to put that to yes, and I'm pretty sure everything else is good. Also, you want to wrap it around just in case it does grant the last item in the list, since we are going to be putting a few items in. If it's set to stop, then it will just stop doing that. I think that's literally everything. All of these you can configure depending on what you want. For example, if you want it to play audio, sure. If you want it to drop the items at a player location, go ahead. But these are sort of the main settings. So on grant action, keep all, and cycle behavior, wrap. Those are the 2 main ones. And I'm just going to copy that over, paste it in. And the reason I did that was because it keeps all of the settings the same. So, there we go. Next, you want to define sort of what items you want to put in. So if you go to weapons, there's a few new ones. I'm just going to grab a... we'll do all the moddable ones, why not? They've just been recently added. Where are they? Moddable, there we go. We're going to do all the grey ones. So you just want to equip all of the items that you want to basically cycle between. I'm going to move this over here just a little bit. I did not mean to make a copy. I want to cut. There we go. So the reason why I'm moving away from the other item granter is because I don't want these items to be sucked into that one. So what we're going to do, where was I on this? Yeah, cool. So you just want to click equip on every single weapon that you want to add in to the thing. And obviously my inventory is full, so they're all going to be dropping on the floor. Don't worry about that. That's all good. So these will get sucked into this, and then I can also just drop these other ones here. So that's all well and good. These should have ammo, but I'm gonna give myself spare ammo like that. So this item granter has all the common and uncommon moddable weapons, and this one we're gonna add. I don't know, maybe we're gonna do a different sort of what's it called? We'll do melee weapons for this one. So we'll get all the variants of the scythe, connect blade. Oh, I can only equip one at a time. Well, those are just gonna go in. Oh, that is weird. Why is it rendering like that? I don't know. Well, who cares? We're gonna pop all these in. We'll put in basic sword, basic hammer as well. So this is going to be like our melee item granter. So we've got a gun and we've got our melee items. Obviously you can put whatever you want in these. That looks really weird. Why does that look so weird? Pop that on the floor. So next you want to link these up. Now depending on how your players start is what you want to like how you want to grant the items. So if you start from the sky, the solution would be to add a volume, which, wherever that is, volume. And I'm going to pop this in UEFN just because it's easier to manipulate. So if you're starting from the sky, you want to make it so it's up all the way up here. Zero it out. 20,000. That should be good. And you want to make it as long and flat as possible. You don't mess with the height. Then once you've done that, you want to go up to that volume. Oh, too fast. And you basically want to say, on enter, you want the item granter to cycle to random item, and item granter 2 to cycle to random item. Now, notice how we down. What have I done? I think I might have glitched myself out there. But anyway, we'll continue as if nothing ever happened. So notice on this, our grant on cycle is set to yes. This is very important. I still don't know what's happened to my camera. I guess it's just broken now. Cool. Fortnite, ladies and gentlemen. So when we start the game, we're not going to spawn from the sky because I didn't set it to spawn from the sky. Good job. Spawn. Whoop. Fucking type. From the sky. Start game. Okay. Sometimes it does this where it just doesn't stick. And that's fine. Sky. Yes. Start game. Okay, cool. Now if you dive down and you notice that you didn't get any of the items, could be due to the fact that the volume isn't high enough, so... Or the volume is too high, sorry. So we'll pop it slightly lower down. And then we'll try again. As you can see, we just got 2 random weapons. We got a gun and we got a sort of melee weapon. Again, my viewport is kind of glitched and my character's like walking sideways, but oh well. I might actually back out and go back in just to fix that issue. Return to lobby. So now we've got our volume working. How do we do the rerolls? Now, what you want to do is... This is very important, and this is sort of like a caveat. If you're not doing all 5 items like I'm doing, you would need to change in your island settings your maximum equipment slots, and you want to set that to, well, I've got mine set to 2. Where is max equipment slots? There it is. So I'm going to set that to 2. Again, same as in Fortnite, you can do that in the island settings, like I just changed the spawn location to sky. But yeah, so I'm going to matchmake in again. And it's going to take its sweet ass time. There we go. So, you can see that we got these 2 here. Now, one thing that we do want to add is we want to add another item granter. And this is going to be our reroll item granter, so we're going to call it reroll. And then what you want to do is clear all the items out. So I'm just going to clear all these out here. And we're going to add a signal remote. Signal remote. And it can be any color signal remote. I'm just going to do the grey one. And I did 5 rerolls with mine. And I did that by cycling through each color signal remote. So as you can see, there's 5 different signal remotes. So therefore I can have 5 rerolls. I'm going to do just 2 for this video. So we're just going to do that. So this is going to be a very special item grant because we're going to keep all, only grant the current item, and we're only going to do it once. Are we back in yet? No, we're not. It may just fail. So in that case, we'll just keep working UEFN. And then we're going to do grant item instead of grant on cycle. We're going to do it for the volume up in the air. On enter. Hey, we're back in. Cool. So this will grant this signal device when we enter. So if we skydive down, we enter our volume. Uh-oh, we didn't get it. What's happened? Remember how I set my item equipment slots to 2? I should probably change that to 3 now that we have our remote. So that's my mistake there. Equip. Oh, whoops. Maximum equipment slots 3. Cool. Now when we start it, we should get our 2 weapons, which are randomly rolled. I don't know if you've been noticing, but these have been like random. So as you can see, hammer, striker arrow, and that signal remote there. Now, when we press this, you can see it just doesn't do anything. Oh dear, what do we do? Well, what we can do is we can give that device a little bit of a function. So, what you want to do, you want to go to your content, devices, and then type for a signal remote manager. This is going to be what controls our little signal remote sort of thing. So, enable to game start, yes. Signal remote here is common because that's what we put in to the thing. I think that's it. You can have a cooldown time between rerolls, or you can activate events immediately. So, on primary activation, what we want to do is we want to item granter, cycle to random item, item granter, cycle to random item. There we go. That's all you need to do. So if we start the game now, what you'll notice is that we got a signal remote, our hammer again, and this time we got a Reaper sniper rifle. Now, if we do use the signal remote, uh-oh, it drops them on the floor, and we have basically infinite rerolls. Now, this, I don't know if you might want this, you might not want this. I don't know in any scenario where you would want this, so let's fix that real quick. What we need to put down is an item remover. So if I go to devices, and we're going to do remove item remover. I'm going to put this next to here, and we're going to open it up. So affected items will be all items. You can do just weapons, but I'm just going to do, what is this? Weapons and consumables. Okay, cool. Sure, whatever. Amount to remove. You want to remove 100% of everything. And the removal method is remove items. Apply it for the player only. I think, yeah, removal variations as well. You want to put that on. Turn off audio because I don't need it. And then what we want to do is remove from receiving from the signal remote on primary activation. And just to double check in here. Where is that? Am I blind? No, I'm just on the wrong device. So, on primary activation, it's going to remove the item and then to give us 2 random ones. I actually might change the order of these. So, the item remover is first, and then item granter 2 is that. I don't know if that matters or not, but there we go. So, when we skydive down, we got our random weapons, but then safe, I don't know, I don't like the kinetic blade or this enforcer AR. Boop, reroll, and then we got a striker arrow instead, and another kinetic blade. Drops the ammo on the floor because obviously it's granting ammo, but there we go. And then we can just keep re-rolling and re-rolling. Now, if you don't want to be able to use this over and over, you can then remove the signal remote as well. So I'm going to show you how to quickly do that. So, because we set it to weapons, we just do all items instead of weapons. And then if we skydive down, notice how when we use the signal remote, it'll remove the signal remote as well, and we only get one reroll. There we go. Look at that. So that is how you do the rerolls. So if you want to do multiple rerolls, then that is a whole nother story. And that basically just involves copying and pasting all of these devices. So let's have a look. So if we select these two, copy them over, and then reroll 2, we're going to clear items, and this time I'm going to move this over here temporarily. We're going to get a what's it called? Where is it? I'm on the wrong tab. Consumables, signal remote. We just get a different signal remote, and then pop that on. There we go. Move that back over to here. So this one, uncommon, and it's just going to do the same thing. Except now, what we can do is grant where is it? Reroll 2, grant item. And then yeah, cool. So now when we start the game, hopefully I've done this right. Skydive down. Got a random weapon, sorry. And then we'll say we don't want them. Reroll. This changes to a green one. Reroll again, and then there we go. We have no more rerolls remaining. So that is basically how you do rerolls, and do have like a limited amount of rerolls. I think I've basically gone over how many you can do. You can do 5 with like all 5 remotes, or you can do like infinite, where you just have infinite rerolls. Actually, what you can also do, this is a little bonus tidbit, it doesn't have to be controlled by a signal remote. You can even do something with an input trigger instead. And you just set this up. So if you used, I don't know, swap quick bar, sure. Reroll. Now obviously you wouldn't have sort of fine grain control with this. But on input pressed, then you can go set up those item granters to cycle to actually no, wait, we need to do the item remover first. To remove item granter, cycle to random item, item grant 2, cycle to random item. So we could even just get rid of these entirely. And then if we start the game now, we get the option to press Q for a reroll. And every time I press Q, you can see my weapons are changing. Obviously, you can set this to whatever button you want, and this will be infinite unless you have like a little limit on it. So for example, whenever you press Q, it will just disable the input device, which I can quickly do. I think you can do that. Input trigger disable. So then that means you only get one reroll, and I can't mash Q basically. So we'll start the game. And then we press Q, and then as you can see we press Q again and we can't reroll anymore. So that's basically all there is to it. That is how you do multiple rerolls. This is good for like a gun game type of thing, and or like a zone wars like I did. So yeah, that's basically it. I think that's everything. I think I'm covering like literally everything that you can do with it. You can hook it up to a button, a trigger. You can do whatever. So that basically ends it. Again, all this can be done in UEFN as well. It's literally just the same, just a different sort of interface. So UEFN is not as scary as you might think. It's just involving just doing it through here instead. If you want more tutorials, let me know. This is a pretty fun one to make, and it's pretty unique since I haven't really seen it anywhere. So use this for your next random gun game or whatever. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.